Hello everyone and welcome to Tech with NK. In today's video, we're going to be solving the exercise Nutrition Facts from CS50's Introduction to Programming with Python. This is from problem set 2. So in this exercise, we're expected to create a Python file, we call it nutrition.py, implement a program that prompts the user to input a fruit case insensitively. That is, it shouldn't matter if the user enters this fruit in uppercase or in lowercase, and then outputs the number of calories in one portion of that fruit per the FDA's posters for fruit. So if we open this and look at what's in here, so we have a table here that has a certain number of fruits, avocado, apples, bananas, and then we have the calories per that fruit. So let's say apples 130 calories, avocado 50 calories, bananas 110 calories. We are supposed to use this table as a reference to get the number of calories per the fruit that the user enters. And so if the user enters something like strawberry, if you look at this table where we have strawberries here, we are supposed to output 50. And looking at this demo, when we run our Python file, our code is supposed to prompt the user to enter an item, and if the user enters, say, apple, we are supposed to return calories 130. If the user enters a fruit, say bananas, we are supposed to output calories 110, and so forth. And if the user enters a fruit that is unrecognized according to the FDA's poster, or enters something unrecognized completely, for example, chocolate, that's not even a fruit, then our code is not supposed to do anything. It's just supposed to ignore any input that isn't a fruit. And we've been told to create the folder nutrition, cd into that folder, and then create a file, and after that we can test it. So I'm going to move to VS Code in my computer locally and show you how to do this. In VS Code, we'll start by creating a directory. We'll call it nutrition. To do that, I'm going to use the make dir command, and I'm going to say nutrition, and our directory has been created for us. I'm going to change directory into that. Then I'm going to create the Python file using the code command, or call it nutrition.py. And we can see our Python file has been created for us. So I'm just going to clear this and I'll close this terminal for us. I'll start by saving this Python file. Then I'm going to implement our code. So how are we going to go about solving this problem? First of all, we're going to start by getting the input from the user. I'm going to comment this, so I'll say getting input from the user. I'm going to save this input in a variable, or call it user input, and I'm going to use the input method, or the input function, to get that input from the user, or pass a string to it. I'll say item, give it a space, yes. From the exercise, if you remember, we're told that the user's input should be case insensitive. So to do that, we're going to convert the user's input into lowercase. So regardless of how the user enters a fruit, be it uppercase, lowercase, all of it is going to be in lowercase for our code. And then we're also going to strip this user's input, so that if the user's input has leading or trailing white spaces, it's going to be removed. You can look up the Python documentation for these methods if you want to get more information on them. Now that we have the user's input, what we need to do next is to store the fruits that have been given to us from the FDA. And from the class, we remember that we are supposed to use a dictionary to do this. I believe that was even said in the hints. So I'm going to create a dictionary, or call it fruits. And in this dictionary, I'm going to save all the fruits that have been given to us by the FDA. If I open up that table again, we see that we've been given a certain number of fruits. That's apple, avocado, banana, down up to watermelon. These fruit names are going to act as a keys to our dictionary. And the calorie amount, that is 130, 50, 110, they're going to act as the values of each key. So I'm going to create a key value pair, key value, key value, key value. So far, with what we've been shown in the course, there's no real easy way for us to get this information directly from this PDF. So we'll just have to create that dictionary manually, writing apple 130, avocado 50, all to the end. And if you do that, this is what the dictionary fruits should look like. You have apple 130, avocados 50, bananas 110, up to watermelon 80. It's a little bit long to do this, but for now we're just going to do it this way. Now that we've created our dictionary, we've called it fruits, what we need to do is we need to iterate over these fruits and then check the user's input. If the user's input is found in these fruits, we're going to return the value for each fruit. So we're going to check the keys, and if the user's value or if the user's input is one of these keys, we're going to return the corresponding value for that key. So to do this, I'm just going to use an if statement. I'm going to say if user input in fruits, okay, what do? We're going to print or use an f string or say calories. I'm going to get the actual value from the fruits dictionary using indexing or say user input here, and this should work just fine. So I'll save this or open the terminal, and I'm going to test this to see if my code is okay. So I'll say python nutrition.py item, let's say apple, calories 130. Let's try again with something else. Let's say pear, calories 100, and you see this is pear here with the value 100. So if I try something else which is not among our fruits, let's say I try what? Okay, we see our code does not output anything, and that's what we're expecting. So I think this code works just fine, and this is it for the implementation of this exercise. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be pleased to answer you. Thank you for following up to the end of the video. Please support the channel by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. Until next time, have a good day.